Star Wars The Acolyte premiered June 4th, 2024 on Disney Plus with a 2-episode premiere. Each episode ran for about 40 to 45 minutes long. The budget of this show is $180 million. Now, The Acolyte is set in the Star Wars franchise universe during the High Republic era and set approximately 100 years before the events of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It shows that how a young respective Jedi Master Saul, is investigating a series of crimes that are happening with Jedi being killed one by one, specifically 4 main Jedi. The main character is Osha and May, played by the same actress, Amanda Stenberg, who plays a twin role in this. It also stars Lee Jong-jae as Master Saul, Rebecca Henderson as Vernestra, Jodie Turner-Smith as Mother Anissa, and Carrie Ann Moss as Master Indara. This first episode, Lost and Found, basically is kind of interesting how it starts off. We see Osha going to Master Indara and telling her, fight her with all her strength. Okay, whoever's training Osha kind of needs to do a better job at how she's done. So far, the character of Osha is not really compelling at all. Doesn't make any sense. It's just a character that you want to hate, and it shows that in a way. But she has a motive of killing these Jedi, being that it's in Dara, it's Torben, it's Saul, and it's Kelnaka, the Wookiee Jedi who kind of lives in his own solitary life. The aspect of the story is interesting. When we're introduced to these characters, we're like, what's going on? And then we find out it's twin sisters of Osha and May. It kind of gets really, really, poignant at times. Now, with this review, I'm doing episodes 1 and 2 since episodes 1 and 2 premiered on the same night. I do want to say the good thing about this is Lee Jong-jae as Master Saul. He learned to speak English for this role. There are some pronunciations that are still hard to understand for him, but he does a phenomenal job. I will say that Master Saul will be regarded as one of those Jedi Masters where you look back and it's like, oh, he's on par with Master Yoda, Master Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon Jinn, which is really, really good. Other than that, this first episode was like, oh, okay, and then we see that May is being framed for the murders of what's happening, and then Saul and his team have to bring in May and figure out what's going on, but then another event occurs, and they know that it's not May because they find out that it's Osha, and 16 years before, something happened with Osha May and the entire family and who's doing this. And then at the end of this episode, we are introduced to kind of Osha's master, but we don't know who that is. He just has a red lightsaber. That's it. That's the end of the episode. Now we go into the second episode, titled Revenge/Justice. We then see the aspect of Osha going after Master Torben in a way, and then Saul and his team, along with May, kind of corner Osha, saying that May is alive and what's happening, what's going on. Then the aspect of knowing that she has to kill the 4 Jedi Masters. Why? We don't know yet. We have no idea why. But Saul wants to know who is training her. I will say, the way of the Jedi, the Sith, whatever you name it, being a Star Wars fan myself, and the lore, whoever is teaching Osha everything is doing it terribly. I mean, also there are aspects where you see May kind of doing something and it's like, okay, weren't you a Padawan? You should know certain things and what to do and using the Force. And Saul kind of takes great admiration and appreciation into May because he is her master, or he was her master, or can kind of still is. It's an interesting episode, but then the episode kind of ends off with Kelnaka. We are introduced to the Wookiee Jedi, which is really, really good. And we still don't know who Osha's master is in Sith lore, I believe, or who that person is. What the whole aspect is of why she wants to kill the 4 Jedi. What other things do Osha have in store? Will May team up with her? Like, it's the whole aspect of, okay, was this a smart thing to do for Star Wars? I mean, set at the end of the High Republic era, 100 years before Star Wars Episode 1, the entire Skywalker saga. Was this a good route to go? I'm hoping it is. but it just didn't feel like Star Wars enough. There are minute little lightsaber duels. Maybe it'll pick up in the coming episodes, but I'm hoping it does a good job at telling a story, because they're really losing their focus on what Star Wars actually is. And for a fan like myself, I'm kind of losing the respect of what Star Wars actually is. Yes, we are known for the aspect of what George Lucas created, but this isn't what George Lucas created at all. This is Disney. This is the Disney property. And they're saying, how can we bank on this? Literally bank on this to see what kind of stories we can flesh out and pull out. Like, why set it 100 years before Episode 1, The Phantom Menace? What ramifications will it have now for then? That's the kind of story I want and what will happen. Maybe that will be answered, and maybe we'll get better lightsaber action duels, more of a story, but nothing too too clustered up together that it doesn't make any sense at all. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about the first 2 episode premiere of The Acolyte, or Star Wars The Acolyte, Episode 1, Lost and Found, and Episode 2, Revenge Justice. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the aspect of one actress playing dual twin roles? Who's your favorite character? Who's your least favorite character? Where do you see this story going in the 8 episodes that this season is? And do you think that setting this 100 years before Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, will have ramifications in that story? Or is it just their own thing? Let me know in the comment section below. But all the questions I just asked. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new review videos on my channel. I'll see you all in the next review video. I'm Mr. Filmstock. Thank you so much for tuning in. And be sure you tune in next week for my Episode 3 review of Star Wars The Acolyte.